2013 Mercedes Benz GLK BlueTec. Very excited. Lonestar Mercedes Benz, they said, you gotta come try it. We finally got the BlueTec in the GLK, and if you don't know, the BlueTec would be the new diesel technology of Mercedes Benz. Diesel Mercedes, that's not new. They've made diesel cars forever. And normally you see the old ones from the 80s driving down the street with a big black smoke plume behind them and someone from Greenpeace chasing them, trying to get them to pull over and get rid of their car. But the new BlueTec, I have to say, pretty amazing. There's a couple basic facts about the BlueTec that you really got to think about. In Calgary, the price of gasoline is a little bit cheaper than the price of diesel, but when was the last time you put regular gasoline into a Mercedes Benz? You're not going to do that, right? You're going to put premium in it like it says because you love your car. Putting diesel into your Mercedes Benz saves you money, more mileage, better fuel economy, and certainly the fun to drive aspect is still there. What is the GLK? Is it a luxury SUV? Is it a performance sport SUV? Kind of think it falls into both, and with the BlueTec, it certainly does give itself the fuel economy to be able to actually drive it and live with it a little bit. A couple of small notes about the car. Mercedes-Benz dash is always difficult. If you've never driven one before, it takes quite a while to get used to all the buttons and all the different things you got to do to make it work. Once you get it, it's easy. But getting there can be a bit of a battle and trying to figure out how to do the different things on the dash and the control. It hasn't changed much over the years, but it's not easy. And the new cluster in the middle looks amazing. The dashboard, quite possibly one of the nicest interiors I've ever seen in a car. Front to back, it's a boxy looking vehicle. The lines inside are very straight as well. It's a smart looking car. It's just that simple. And no, that's not a Mercedes joke, by the way. A lot of new controls and features in the car. As I'm driving down Highway 2 right now, the car is getting mad at me because I'm too close to the yellow line. I already have a mother. I'm not so sure that I need to be nagged by my car, but it is handy when you're driving down the road. The steering wheel vibrates as you get too close to the sides, which is good. The proximity sensors on the sides of the car for changing lanes is handy too. It also beeps at you and yells at you when there's a car too close. The only problem I had with that was I was driving along one road on my way to Banff, and there was actually a barricade on the side, and the car started getting mad at me because there was a barricade there. It's not my fault there's a barricade car. 5-point inspection, Mercedes-Benz 2013 GLK BlueTec. Fuel economy. Really amazing. When you're pushing 800 kilometers in a small SUV on diesel fuel, that's incredible, especially when you have the fun-to-drive torque that you can get out of a Mercedes-Benz. Now, of course, if you bag it, you're not going to get yourself the 800 kilometers, but if you are highway driving, you are seriously going to be looking at a long trip, long stops, without needing to get fuel. Number two, the look of the car. Straight lines, a little bit more boxy, guerrilla urban feeling, but it is still classy inside. Absolutely love the look. Small SUV, best looking one on the road for 2013, without a doubt. 3, space in the car. A lot of space for everything you're going to need to run around and live your life. Does it fit a hockey bag? Yes. Does it fit the golf bag? Yes. Does it fit your kids and everything else you're going to need to do? Yes. Will it be tight? It's going to be tight. There's no denying that. But it will fit it. And this does have a hitch on the back. I don't know why you put a hitch on a Mercedes-Benz, but if you think about it, if you got to go anywhere else, as opposed to putting the big cargo bucket on the top that just kills your fuel economy, a little small trailer on the back could get you there with everything you need for a really long family trip. Number 4, technology, Navi, stereo, Bluetooth. A little bit complicated in the dash, but once you figure it out, it is handy. It tells you everything. I don't really like it nagging me, telling me to take a break because it thinks I'm not a good driver. I mean, we all know that everybody else is a bad driver. That's not me, that's them. I don't need my car telling me that too, I suppose. But overall, the technology is fantastic. No problems hooking up phones, no problems making anything happen, and everything works seamlessly all day. Satellite radio, FM radio, anything you need, it works there. See, look, truck pulls in front of me. You just can't fix stupid. And last but not least, number 5, the price. It's not a cheap car. But if you go look at it and you realize what you get for the car, and if you're going to finance it, do lease payments, or whatever it is that you do for your car, the simple fact of the matter is Mercedes-Benz takes care of you while you're paying for the car, and you're going to get the service, the luxury, the comfort, the performance, and everything that you need. So looking at this car thinking, Would I buy a used one that's older or a new one that is just mint, taken care of, and you're hands-free on it for quite a while? That's a good idea with a car like this. I really think you might be better off buying this one new as opposed to going back in time for an old one, only because the GLK, the fuel economy, the technology, and everything is so far ahead that you might actually end up further ahead by making a little bit bigger payment and taking care of the more expensive vehicle. My summary for the 2013 GLK is pretty simple. If you're looking for a small SUV or a medium-sized SUV, I think what you need to do is you need to drive this car. Because even if it's not in your price range, take a look at all the cars that are around it that are similar size, because this kind of vehicle really is the benchmark that other small SUVs are striving to get to. See what this is, price it out for your needs. Can you afford the payment? Does it give you what you're looking for? And then when you look at some of the smaller vehicles that don't cost as much, that aren't as luxury based, you might actually find that this car is going to give you more, and the price, the payment, the interest rates, whatever that matters to you, is really not that unrealistic for what it's going to give you as a car. All I'm saying is, yes, it's more expensive, but it needs to be a consideration in your decision at least before you go buy something else, because this definitely could be your car. Well, it's time to take it back. 2013 Mercedes Benz GLK BlueTec. I'm Zach. Thanks for joining me on the blog. I appreciate that. Make sure you take a look at this car. Fantastic. We went Calgary, Carstairs, Calgary, Banff, Calgary, Carstairs, Balzac, Carstairs, Calgary. More than 800 kilometers on the car. We put it through its paces. It was a lot of fun, but it is time to take it back. Unfortunately, I do have to give these cars back when they're done. It's the saddest part of all this, really. Big thank you to Lonestar Mercedes Benz Calgary. You can look them up online with the link. I'm Zach. Thanks for spending your time with CalgaryCarGuy.com. And there it is. Gotta be honest with you, I don't want to give it back. What a treat that was.